Hello everyone and welcome out to W13 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching Saturday Night Superstars. We are just 24 hours away from the beginning of the road to WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble. And here comes one man who could be winning the Royal Rumble in just a few hours time. Well, 24 hours time. Yep, the Royal Rumble is just around the corner, but here tonight, Drew McIntyre sets his sights on trying to defeat a long-time former rival. Drew McIntyre and Edge kicking off SmackDown here, sorry, Superstars here tonight, as they go one-on-one. We already had SmackDown, that was yesterday. And speaking of Edge, we had an interesting development this past Friday night on SmackDown, as Edge and Christian came across the likes of what they thought was just going to be CM Punk, but Randy Orton came to the assist of CM Punk. There's not been a lot of follow-up on this. We don't really know if perhaps Orton and Punk are looking to becoming tag partners down the line, but right now there is no confirmation or denial of that fact. We are now awaiting the arrival of one half of the tag team champions, and here he comes.
The WWE Tag Team Champions, who rated our superstar.
I said this before and I can't stand by it any more than I already did. For those that are wondering the situation here on Superstars, obviously as I mentioned before, at the start of the new year came the release of several talents, unfortunately, but because of that, opportunity has been created. There is a lot of open space to be filled here on Superstars as well as on SmackDown and Raw, and so you will be seeing perhaps some more star-studded matches here on Saturday nights. This isn't a permanent fixture for Superstars, but at least in this current point in time before the new Superstars begin in Season 4, that is the way that things will be looking right now here on Saturday nights. In a way, it's kind of a treat, though. We get to see superstars like Edge and Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, compete against some superstars that perhaps are a little more familiar with this show, like David Otunga, X-Pac, Zack, Ryder. Those are all the other superstars featured here tonight. And of course, that Royal Rumble match coming your way this Sunday could create a humongous opportunity for any one of the 6 superstars competing tonight. Now, I really do feel for the superstars that are competing tomorrow night, that are also competing here tonight. People like Edge and Drew McIntyre, who are confirmed for the 2012 Royal Rumble matchup. You know, you can't help but think to yourself, how are they going to be ready for that Royal Rumble when they haven't even had a day's rest beforehand? On one side, yeah, they're completely up and up, they're fresh. They're in the mindset right now to try and pick up that all-important victory. But in the other perspective that you cannot help but face, the combination, sorry, not combination, I'm saying the superstars of Superstars tonight, they don't have a lot of downtime. I believe Rey Mysterio, another confirmed participant for the 2012 Royal Rumble, and of course X-Pac competing for the World Tag Team Championship alongside Kevin Nash. Going to be tough.
Edge makes him pay. Edge unloading there.
So we're getting off to a bit of a slower start between these two superstars, Edge and Drew McIntyre, two very gifted individuals as part of the Friday Night SmackDown roster. Wonder what the future holds for either of these two. I think obviously Edge is, I think him and Christian will be tag team champions until the end of time if they can help it.
And the knee connects.
I don't even think it's a level of complacency. I think those guys really do feel that those championships are strictly their property at this point. Big boot attempt there by Edge was swiftly reversed by Drew McIntyre, which was very impressive. The speed, the wit came out of Drew McIntyre to get out of that situation pronto. Drew, a very resourceful superstar. As I mentioned before, you know, this guy is a former contender for the World Heavyweight title. We really saw him go toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar in recent weeks. So never underestimate Drew McIntyre, whatever you do.
Here, take that, Edge. What a shot that was by Edge.
Multiple strikes coming in from Edge there. Of course, Edge in his own right, a former World Heavyweight Champion. I've said this many times before, and I will continue to say so, because I feel like it's an accomplishment that we don't often talk about.
It's so hard to keep Drew McIntyre down. And he dodges that one.
I know it was ended almost immediately, but he is still a former World Heavyweight Champion.
You hear how his leg connected?
Irregardless, I can't remember what to say that. Regardless of how you feel about the length of Edge's reign as World Heavyweight Champion, it was just that. It was a reign as World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people can say that they've never even come near what Edge has accomplished. It's not his fault the Money in the Bank briefcase exists after all.
What a counter by McIntyre. Over the top rope. And he lands
McIntyre trying to be as resourceful as possible, and Edge, oh boy. Ooh, right on the concrete. That might be enough to write Drew McIntyre out of this one for good. It's one thing to take a DDT like that, but to then take it on the concrete.
Drew has been through the ringer
Drew.
tonight.
Edge just enjoying this. He realizes he's got the upper hand on Drew McIntyre right now, and he can just stand in that ring and let Drew get counted out if he wants to.
There's a takedown.
Clothesline drops Drew McIntyre. Edge backing up into that corner. You know what he's looking to do, and Drew does too. You know, the key thing with Edge is to try and get as much distance in as possible. The more speed, the more distance you get in that spear, the harder that thing is going to hit for sure.
Edge into the clinch.
Into the clinch. Tie up between these two as Edge takes control once again and drops Drew McIntyre with one major suplex. And now Edge has finally gotten enough breathing room to prep himself up, and the spear, no! The spear does not connect. I was about to say the spear connects. Pardon me.
Edge in trouble.
Drew sends Edge outside the ring. I think I just said that the wrong way around. I think I said Drew sent Edge. No, that would have been correct. I think I said it the wrong way around though.
And an opportunistic maneuver by Edge. And this is going to return to the ring.
Edge resetting the count there. Interesting move. Ooh! Something tells me that that table just randomly collapsing screwed with Edge's plans a little bit. Just a little bit.
Tossed back in the ring.
I just get this funny feeling, you know.
Now back to the ring. Edge is on the attack. Oh, what a painful.
Drew McIntyre, oh boy, once again. Dropped with another DDT, and here comes a man who Edge is no stranger to.
Nice takedown there. And that one hurt his hand.
Sheamus getting involved in Drew's situation here. And perhaps he can help secure it. Here comes Christian. That's no surprise, really, is it? Christian coming out to the aid of his tag team partner, blindsides Sheamus. I'm expecting the game to crash at this rate. What the hell is happening?
To the side of that one. Not this.
Edge once again. How many more of these can Drew McIntyre's face take? Drops him with that vicious DDT as Edge slowly backs it to the corner. He wasn't able to connect with the spear before. Let's see if maybe he can in ultra slow motion. Sheamus and Christian brawling it out on the outside. Cover attempt here on Drew McIntyre, and Edge picks up the win. I must admit, this game definitely didn't lag this much on the 360. I do think I've found that the PS3 is generally a weaker console. But this was a defiant performance by one half of the Tag Team Champions Edge here tonight, as he really reminded us why him and Christian are at the top of their game right now and will continue to be in that position for as long as they can physically help it. But that is not all for tonight, as up next, David Otunga, who will challenge Justin Gabriel for the Intercontinental Championship tomorrow night, faces off against X-Pac, who will compete in the World Tag Team Championship match tomorrow night. These two are set to go one-on-one up next. Well, from time to time you'll hear me refer to someone's recent success as their stocks rising, and I don't think anyone's seen that better yet lately than David Otunga. This man, I will be honest, I felt like he had hit rock bottom. I felt like there was nowhere really for this man to go, you know? I feel like we've seen him at some of his lowest lows in his career thus far, and yet here he is, one day away from a Intercontinental Championship shot, one of the most prestigious titles we've ever had. And he is a great individual in his own right, X-Pac. A lot of people kind of look at X-Pac in the same way that people have been looking at R-Truth for the Awesome Truth. A lot of people say this match, I've seen this quite a bit circulating online, a lot of people saying that they think this tag team match coming up this Sunday is more or less a one-on-one rematch between Kevin Nash and The Miz that we saw this past Monday on Raw, saying that X-Pac and R-Truth are just there to simply make it a tag team match, which I feel is very disrespectful to the talents involved, but, you know, that's what I get when I go on Twitter. These aren't real things that people are saying. I'm trying to build a universe. Just in case anyone's like, wait a minute, I've never seen anyone say that. I'm trying to think what people would generally say, and it would probably be something like that. I can respect where this vision comes from. I can accept that obviously The Miz is a very decorated individual, and Kevin Nash is no stranger to tag team success at the very least, but you definitely don't want to count out X-Pac or R-Truth in this upcoming match. I think it's actually just a matter of time for the Click, though. I think, you know, they've been hungry. They've wanted those tag titles for such a long time. Back at Vengeance, they actually had them in their grasp for a split second. And the thing is, the team that took them away isn't even there anymore.
Oh gosh, there's no telling how much damage that did. What a counter by David Otunga.
Also there by David Otunga as him and X-Pac tie up. I've heard more militia from Chris Jericho in regards to the Big Show. He insists that something is done about Ken Shamrock sooner than later, and that a man who truly cares about the Big Show would not be willing to lay his entire career on the line and abandon Big Show, give up their tag team titles, make it all about himself. Jericho has been very vocal about his disdain for Ken Shamrock, is what I'm saying. Nice move there by David Otunga. As I say, this guy has really been on the backswing lately. I feel like we've seen a very different side of David Otunga, and I'm very much there for it. You don't have to like David Otunga, but there is a talent in there that I think we're really seeing break out. That being said, X-Pac, a phenomenal talent in his own right.
Oh man, Otunga probably didn't like that. Oh man, a huge jaw-jacking
Former Cruiserweight champion. Really focusing on his tag team with Kevin Nash right now. I'm so curious about that tag team match. You know, I really want to see if they can finally recapture those tag team titles. Kevin Nash and X-Pac have a solid point. Miz and Truth never went through the real contenders to win those championships.
A textbook suplex.
They cut the line.
Ouch. Well, I see X-Pac still has a bit of attitude.
Giving David Otunga a little bit of a right in his face, and obviously Otunga didn't like that too much. That's the funny thing about these situations, is you don't have to like it.
Neither one of these superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand. Oh, did you see the force behind that? A battle of wills.
Tie up between these two. I don't think X-Pac is winning any kind of battle of strength with someone like David Otunga. Strength is something he's got no shortness of. Oh. You always hate to see someone get swatted out in midair like that.
What an impact from that kick. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we still have what should be a tremendous main event to come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Rey Mysterio and Zack Ryder. That's our main event tonight.
Ooh, a skull-crushing impact.
A long-awaited rematch from Extreme Rules, where Rey Mysterio lost the Cruiserweight title to Zack Ryder, who ended up taking the title back over to Raw with him. To his feet, and X-Pac, planting the face of David Otunga into the mat. Is this the victory that X-Pac needs it to be? No. And Otunga now with a verdict. I love the little leap he does after he connects with it. Cover attempt here by Otunga, and X-Pac just about able to kick out at 2. Two real underdogs competing one-on-one here tonight. Nice move there by X-Pac. And X-Pac continues to try and get this crowd fired up. He's a good hype man, I'll give him that. Oh shit.
Nice dodge there.
Nice dodge. X-Pac got David Otunga caught up in the ropes.
The quick kick. After all of these shots to the head, I've got a feeling that Soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future. Good takedown.
That's a good line about Soup. David Otunga got X-Pac caught up in this submission hold. X-Pac struggling to survive here. Has David Otunga found himself in a winning situation? No. Oh, second time, just swatting him out the air, which is exactly what David Otunga needs to do. This is a great warm-up for Otunga, to be fair. A high-flying, kind of more speed adrenaline junkie like X-Pac is exactly what is going to be perfect to get Otunga ready for Justin Gabriel tomorrow night. X-Pac coming off the oh, that was an interesting exchange.
Narrowly avoids the attack there. Oh, and he got dropped.
And X-Pac once again telling him to suck it. And Otunga does not like that very much. Not very much at all. Excuse me. My voice is dying. I've just recorded SmackDown, you see. SummerSlam's on in like 5 minutes. It's not, it's only like 30. I left enough time for me to record this. Piston. This could very much be another great night for David Otunga at this rate, you know. The number 1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship is looking sky high. Otunga charging over to the corner. X-Pac with the reversal. And X-Pac now seats David Otunga. Here we go. He's gonna tear his ass with the. That is the Bronco Buster, isn't it? I don't actually know. I've never actually seen an X-Pac match now that I think about it. Cover attempt here on David Otunga. And that is enough. That has got to be a pretty shameful way to lose ahead of your Intercontinental Championship fight this Sunday. But hey, don't underestimate X-Pac. Well, major props to X-Pac for this huge victory here tonight. He's done it. He's defeated the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship, and what awaits him tomorrow night is a former WWE champion. And of course a former accomplished star and World Tag Team Champion at R-Truth as well. A major challenge coming the Click's way tomorrow night, and an even bigger challenge for David Otunga perhaps, as he's got to get ready for Justin Gabriel off of tonight's loss. But nonetheless, this night moves on, and up next is our main event. It's Rey Mysterio and Zack Ryder in an awaited rematch from Extreme Rules. Zack, do you just go to say something inside before you even say it? Zack Ryder has recently been asked if he intends to continue teaming up with Brodus Clay, and he said, Bro is literally in his name. He will team up with Brodus Clay for as long as Brodus Clay will team up with him. Boo. There should be a great one-on-one matchup here tonight between these two. A great rematch. And that man right there is one of the 30 men that you can look forward to seeing in the Royal Rumble match tomorrow night. Rey Mysterio has been a confirmed participant, and I'm very interested in seeing if he can pull off a major underdog victory and win that 30-man Royal Rumble. I'm really looking forward to the Royal Rumble match. It is our main event tomorrow night at the Rumble, obviously. You know, the Royal Rumble is probably the reason they thought it was okay to name their pay-per-views after match types. When I think about it, it was probably because they had an event called the Royal Rumble. Maybe even Survivor Series 2. I really wish they'd go back to actual pay-per-view names. I don't like... I know I'm not even saying anything revolutionary, I know loads of people feel this way, but I just don't like Hell in a Cell, TLC, Extreme Rules. They're just really bleh. Over the Limit was fine, but they got rid of that one. I think they got one coming up called Clash at the Castle, which is fine. Just come up with names, you know? Well, go back to the names that you had. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, from the starting gate, I'd say this one has been all Mysterio. Zack Ryder is, unfortunately, I think he's kind of on a lower end of his career right now. I think from this man's debut and his 4 separate Cruiserweight title reigns, I feel like the man you're looking at right now is kind of a shell of that. I'm not saying that in any kind of disrespectful way. I hope Ryder can get back on his feet. Maybe him and Brodus can get back on their feet together. Maybe that team will be really great for each other.
Ryder's in trouble.
I will tell you this much, going one-on-one with Rey Mysterio was a bold move. This man is busting with momentum.
Big kick echoing around the arena.
Rey Mysterio is kind of proof in the pudding. You don't have to be chasing a championship, and you don't have to be wearing a championship to remain relevant. I think Rey Mysterio is a very important part of Friday night still. I want to say, because I know I've had criticisms for it before, and I do want to say I do intend on making things less about championships. But I feel like the thing is, you need multiple divisions. You need a division for each championship you've got, and then you need you need kind of like these like separate pools of people that can just rival with each other and not be about championships. And then you need like your lower people that can also take losses on the regular, because there isn't really much further for them to go. And the problem is, when you need that many people and the game's rosters are so small that you have like 30 people on a show, it's not a lot of breathing room. So something generally has to struggle. And I feel like in a pure wrestling sport, championships are the goal, they are the thing that you want. So for most things to be about championships, that just makes sense. I could probably get rid of 1 or 2 championships. You know, I could get rid of the European and Cruiserweight. And, and just have them be, have it be room for just other feuds. But I like the European and Cruiserweight titles, so I want to keep them. And that's all there is to it. Because I think I heard this once in a podcast. Actually, I know I heard this once in a podcast. I don't know why I'm saying as if I don't remember. I was listening to a podcast, and one of the best statements I ever heard was, if you don't like the way I'm doing something, if you're not enjoying the way that I'm doing it, and you want it to be done differently, take a look below the video at the name of the channel that uploaded it. Because if it's not your name, well, sorry, but it's mine, and I want to do it how I want to do it. I feel like that was like a bit of a heavy fuck you response, but I do also completely empathize with that feeling. Ray turning around, and there's a rough Ryder. I gotta say, Zack Ryder has really turned things around here. Cover attempt. Is this going to be enough to get the job done? No. Blocked. And now Ray, snapmare takedown to Zack Ryder. Elbow to the nerve. And now Rey Mysterio. DDT. And it wouldn't be WWE 13 without blood in every single match. Cover attempt here. Kick out by Ryder. I know I could turn the blood off, but nah. I don't mind it. I just think it's funny that they bleed in every match in this one. I think they do in 14 too. I don't think that gets better until like the newer ones.
Not even close. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Zack Ryder, despite wearing a crimson mask, despite the damage that he has taken, he continues to fight on in this match. I gotta respect that. I really do.
What's Mysterio gonna do now? He's got evil intentions.
Right hand to the face there. And a superplex. Just said that. What is Ray gonna do here? Snapmare takedown and a big boot to the face. Yes. Cover attempt here from Mysterio as he continues to pummel Zack Ryder into oblivion.
And that's a stiff kick. Got out of the way of that one. And he gets out of the way.
Ooh, nice technical back and forth there. He's never going to use his finisher, is he? I just realized I'm trying to bait him to use his finisher. He's never going to use it. Never, ever. Submission holds pride here by Mysterio. I'd hate to see a match end on that. And thankfully it ain't going to. Nice move there by Ray. A little bit too far away from the ropes. Doesn't even really throw him towards the ropes. And here comes Big Brodus. Well, Ray's partner Eddie Guerrero can always come back him up if he needs to. I hear they're back on the scene as tag teams here on, well, on the SmackDown brand. This isn't here on SmackDown. Where is Eddie? Where the fuck is Eddie? Brodus. And all kinds of distracting to Rey Mysterio. He could help Zack Ryder get one of the biggest upset wins in a long time. Well, he's managed to help Ryder turn things around for himself. Quite impressively at that. Ryder now scoops Rey Mysterio over, shoulders down on the mat, and okay. I really thought that was about to be it. Brodus Clay coming out to try and help his buddy Zack Ryder. Two underdogs for sure. Now, Ray can't believe that Brodus is out here. He's trying to get him out of here. Ryder with a cover off of that forearm and Mysterio naturally kicking out. The intention is good, but my god, this game's too shitty for those moves to work. Look at the distraction from Brodus Clay. Really seems to be playing a favor to Zack Ryder here in this Superstars main event. I gotta say, I really thought Ray had this match won quite a while ago. And where is Eddie? Why is Eddie not out here? Ooh. However, attempt here by Zack Ryder or Rey Mysterio, and he got him. Well, he definitely had Brodus Clay to thank for that one, but that is a huge victory for Zack Ryder. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this outcome. I mean, it's great to see Zack Ryder get such a hard-fought victory, but when Brodus Clay played such a huge factor in it, I don't know how I feel. Well, we saw Mysterio and Guerrero defeat Brodus and Ryder over on SmackDown last week. And this week, Ryder now defeating Mysterio one-on-one. Maybe next week we should see Eddie Guerrero and Brodus Clay face off to try and settle the score. But honestly, I think maybe we just need to see Ray versus Brodus. Eddie don't seem to care. He wasn't there. Well, anyway, Zack Ryder is victorious, and the Royal Rumble is tomorrow night. You do not want to miss it. I'll see you then.